What's up, guys? Coach Lucas here. Today I want to talk to you about May. It's Mental Health Awareness Month, and I wanted to share with you some key understandings, some key insights about this, about why mental health is important, and about what you can do to help your player become mentally stronger and more mentally resilient to any adversity that may come their way. And so you may have seen in the news, or you may have seen on social media, some of these athletes, some of these college athletes or even pro athletes that are either struggling, deeply struggling with their mental health, or some that have even committed suicide. And so this is a serious problem, and I want to talk about what to do if you're in a situation where you feel like your player's not happy, if they're not enjoying their lives, if they're not enjoying their training and their games and their performances, because this can be the stem of something that really is preventable. And so I want to talk about that a little bit and how you can help your player if they're struggling with these areas. And so the first thing that will really help this type of situation, or even prevent this type of situation from happening, is effective communication. And so what I recommend for this is communicating with your player in an effective way. And what that looks like is setting up time, consciously setting up a time and a place to communicate with your player in a non-emotional way, right? So communicating and coming to your player in a neutral way that's going to allow them to open up and share with you things that are going on with their lives. And so for parents that I work with, this is a weekly event where they are setting up a time to either take their player out to lunch, kind of taking them away from the natural routine of everything, and allowing the space and the time to have an honest, transparent conversation. And so again, you want to come into this event, you want to come into this discussion in a neutral way and ask your player how things are going. Ask them about their ambitious desires. Ask them about what it is that they want to accomplish long term. Ask them what things would prevent them from accomplishing their goals. Ask them if they're having any problems or issues or anything that's bothering them. And I think if you approach this the right way, if you approach this in a neutral way, it will allow your player to share with you what's honestly going on, so that you can find any potential root problems that may be happening. And so if there's no real root problems, well, at least you've communicated with your player in a way that's going to allow them to open up with you, which is improving and strengthening your relationship with them, which is going to help them immensely. But if you do find a key issue or a root problem, you don't have to act on it right away. You don't have to start preaching or instructing right away. You can just have awareness around it and ask them about it and ask them what they think they can do about it. And over time, you can be conscious of it and they can be conscious of it. And with time and energy and asking the right questions, you can overcome this problem. And even if you need help, you can come to me. You can leave it in the comments if you're watching this video, and I can help you. Or you can use any third party or any resources to help that situation. But the key to this is to start with that communication, that open dialogue, and to communicate with your player in a way that's going to allow them to open up and share with you what's actually going on in their lives. So the next thing that's really important is understanding how your player's environment is impacting them. And so there's a study that shows that players who are successful, the common denominator among these players was actually the quality of their relationships. And so you have to take a look and see, does your player have quality relationships? Are they engaging, and do they have relationships with great people around them that are going to continue to support them? So are they in good quality environments that are supportive and positive? If they are, great, and you can look to optimize that and enhance that. If they're not, that's something really key that needs to be addressed. And for a lot of soccer parents, this is like a common issue: toxic environments or poor environments or negative coaches or negative teammates. So this is a really big issue that a lot of players and parents need to be conscious of and need to address if it is an issue. And so the final thing that I want to share with you is, how do you become mentally healthy? And so there's all these contributing factors that make up someone who's mentally healthy. And so it could be your sleep, your eating, your diet, your nutrition. It could be how you're handling situations. It could be your ability to control your own emotions. It could be your relationships with the people around you. And so there's a number of different factors that need to be at an adequate level in order to sustain mental health. And so the way to stay on top of this is to be conscious of these contributing areas, to be conscious of the things that are affecting the mental health. And if there's anything that's misaligned, making sure that you're addressing and focusing on the key things and focusing on those key things that are going to help your player stay mentally healthy and ultimately become more successful. And so what's important here is that you and your players stay conscious of these contributing factors so that if anything's misaligned, that you have the awareness to identify it and you can put focus and attention into it to make sure that these contributing factors stay at an adequate level so that your player can maintain mental health, mental strength, and success over time. So I hope you found value in this video. If you liked it, just hit like on it. If you want to hear more about this stuff, hit subscribe because I'm going to be releasing more videos about this and how you can help your player. And if you have any questions, leave it in the comments below and I'll do my best to address that and create content around what it is that you need to help your player. Coach Lucas here, and we'll see you next time.